The biggest mistake I made owning rental property after 35 years, doing the tenant a favor. Every time I've done a tenant a favor, I always get bit in my ass at the end. When we have rental property, you have to make sure you have standards. How much deposit you want, first, last deposit, job verification, rental history verification. You gotta have all these standards. And if the tenant don't meet it, sometimes you gotta say no. You gotta be the mean person. But this is a business, and this is a business that costs a lot of money if you don't actually know where your boundary is. And if you cross the boundary, you as the landlord, you're the one who's gonna actually get bit, not the tenant. This is why this is important, especially now there's so many tenant laws out there. You gotta be crystal clear on what it is you want, and you gotta stick to your plan. Because if you don't, you get the wrong tenant, it's gonna be a nightmare from hell.
Couldn't agree more with Thatch there. Now, he's talking primarily, well, really only about tenant screening, which is super, super important because it minimizes tenant turnover when you do screening properly. And when you adjust your criteria, number one, you could be violating housing laws because you have to treat everybody the same. And if you don't, you can get sued. There are professional litigators out there that will sue you. But more importantly, when you fudge the line, you move the line and you lower your standards to let the wrong person in, it almost always bites you. I've learned the same thing. There are programs now, like there's one called the Guarantor Program that guarantees your security deposit, guarantees lost rents and things like that, that'll help mitigate someone who's got credit issues or things like that. But you got to maintain your standards in your tenant screening for sure. And it's one of the things we talk about with the management companies that manage our assets on a very consistent basis because, again, minimizes turnover. Now, if you're interested in this, if you're interested in learning how to do this, come to my next boot camp. I've got a virtual boot camp coming right up. I don't sell anything there, and it's 2 full days of training with nothing being sold, and it's less than the price of a lunch. If you have any interest in this at all, put boot camp in the comments and come learn how to do this. I promise you'll be glad you did. You'll love it. You'll leave so motivated you'll be coming out of your skin. So again, put boot camp in the comments. I'll see you soon.